everyone. First video of the year. I'm Mr. Miller, and this is Mr. Furtado. And we're going to review backtracking in this video. Okay, let's get started. There we go. So backtracking is a method of solving equations, and it works very well. People remember it well. And then after a few videos, a few lessons, we're going to move on to a more traditional way of solving equations. So this is a quick review. Most people learn this their freshman year. Alright, so in order to do backtracking, you have to kind of understand what the equation is saying. We want to find some number. We don't know what the number is, so we have a variable x to represent it. We're going to multiply it by 2, add 17, and we're supposed to end up with 35. And we're going to work backwards to figure out what it should be. So we're going to make a table. That's how we write our backtracking. So the first thing we're doing to x is multiplying it by 2. So on the left side, we write what we're doing to the variable. Then we're adding 17, and we're supposed to get 35 when we do that. So now we're going to go backwards. That's why it's called backtracking. We're going to start with 35 and undo the steps. So if we subtract 17 and then divide by 2, we should get what x equals.
You get 9.
X equals 9. Okay, because 35 minus 17 is 18. Divided by 2 is 9. Now, people used to backtracking know we kind of usually write the answers there, but we want to write it clear. In case someone's not familiar with backtracking, we want to write the answer very clear. X equals 9. So when we put 9 in, it should work. 2 times 9 plus 17 is 35. All right, example number 2. This time the variable is over here, so we got to write this in terms of x. So always kind of locate x. We're writing a sentence, and it starts with our number x. We're going to be multiplying by 6 and adding 180. We're supposed to end up with 306. All right, so times 6 plus 180, and we're going to end up with 306. All right, Mr. Thomas got the calculator here. So 306, we're going to subtract 180, hit equals. For every step you have to hit equals. We're going to do it step by step. And then divide by 6, and you hit equals.
Result is 21.
21, cool. Mr. Thomas? 21. We got 2 done.
All right, good.
Backtracking, once you get used to it, goes pretty quick. Now, see this equation right here, Mr. Hurtado? People hate that fraction thing.
Yes, I want to kill you with a fraction.
But if you understand backtracking, this is no harder than anything else. You just got to remember that that is division. So we're starting with x. We're dividing whatever it is by 4. And then we're subtracting 31 equals 72. This equation right here is why I really love backtracking, because people get it right. So we're going to do 72. We're going to undo that step, so we're going to add 31. And then how do we undo dividing by 4?
By multiplying.
You got it.
And so you get 412 as the answer.
412. 412?
412.
412. We're going to check that out. So sometimes it's good to check your answer. We're saying x equals 412. All right, so we'll put a little box around it, but I'm going to make sure here. So we got some space over here. We're going to do 412 divided by 4 and minus 31. If you do it on your calculator,
you get exactly 72, and it works.
All right. Okay, it's Mr. Hurtado's turn. So here we go. Here are a couple more examples. Now, the first one, we could do with distributing, but we're going to go totally backtracking.
All right. So
here we go.
The first step, you write the table.
Oh, hit pin up here.
I'm still learning the system, so you create your table.
Very good.
And then you begin with x. You need the x value. So the first step you're going to have is minus 15, and then you multiply by positive 2, and you should get actually 26 on the other side. So don't forget the equal sign. So you have 26, undo multiplication, you divide by 2, and undo negative 15, you do plus 15 on both, and then you get actually, Mr. Miller, what do you get?
28.
All right.
I was paying attention this time.
All right, good. So you have 28.
Now, I want to go back over why we subtracted 15 first.
Basically is working what's inside parentheses. Remember the order of operations, so you look what's inside parentheses, and then that's why you're going to calculate inside.
Very
and
good.
Then follow the order of operations.
Exactly. Like if you put in the number 100 for x,
right,
and you would have to do parentheses first. So you do 100 minus 15, and then
Well,
times 2.
times 2.
You gotta think of x represents a number. If we put a number in there, what would you do?
Right.
We would subtract 15 first. All right.
Don't forget to actually add the result, which is 28. And like you said, I'm sure you
Should reach all part of the x there. I lost it. There you go. Good.
So let's do the second equation. So even though like we talk about fractions are a little bit the problem for people. So basically for this one is again going with the order of operations. So if you pick a number, you don't have parentheses, so you would have to divide by 4. Did I get that right, Mr. Miller?
No, this one you gotta subtract 13.
Oh, so you do subtract.
That's all right. This happens in math.
So minus 13, and then you would have to divide by 4.
Right, because it's as if there are parentheses around the whole numerator. So it's the whole numerator divided by the denominator. So you gotta do the subtraction first.
So for this one, you should get actually 68. So again, you're gonna let me extend this table. So you get 68, and I know the opposite is 4, and then multiply by 4, and then you add 13.
Okay.
And the result?
See, I wasn't paying attention this time. I was like engrossed in the backtracking there. Equals plus 13. You get 285.
285. And if you would check, you just plug back for x because this is the value of x. You would go 285 minus 13 divided by 4. You should get 60 on the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is 285.
All right. 2 more examples. So, hang on. We're almost there. So those were 4 different types of problems we did there. And the 4 types of things you're most likely going to see when backtracking.
So I wonder what the caution symbol.
Yeah, because this is dangerous. This is slippery.
All right.
So backtracking works really well, but there is one type of problem that really throws people. Mr. Hurtado, a lot of times when people look at this, they think that 90 is getting subtracted.
I would probably go for the 90 instead, if I wouldn't know the order of operations.
Yeah, but it's not the 90 getting subtracted, it's the 4x. This is a positive 90. So I'm going to rewrite the equation. So what we got to look out for is when we're subtracting the x term here. So I'm going to rewrite it, and then I'm going to change it. A lot of times in algebra, we can change subtraction to adding the opposite. So we can make this a plus a negative 4x. Or you can just remember, keep the sign with the number. Think of this as negative 4 times x. The 90 is positive. It's not getting subtracted. It's a plus 90 there. All right, and then we can do the backtracking. So you just got to be aware of this and watch out for it. So times negative 4. We're going to do plus 90 equals 22. So we're going to do 22 minus 90. And then since we multiply by negative 4, we have to divide by negative 4.
And the result should be positive 17.
Very good. Okay. And then same thing here. Oh, I'm subtracting the x term. So remember, it's not minus 28. 28 is positive. All right, so we have x. We're multiplying by negative 6. We're adding 28, because it's a positive 28 there, equals 70. And so we're going to do 70 minus 28. If you just realize you're multiplying by negative 6 and add 28, this is just like anything else.
Yeah.
Divide by negative 6, I think it's going to be negative.
And negative 7, you're right.
Negative 7. Very good. If you check it on your calculator, 28 minus 6 times negative 7 should give you 70.
That's right. It works.
All right. You guys have been awesome. It's time for your turn. So, Mr. Hurtado, let's see what we have here. So, this is our first journal assignment. So, I want you to get your journal, and I want you, for every journal assignment, to write what video this is. So, this is video number 1. So, please write video number 1 in your journal, and then copy and solve these problems and show your work. So, copy the equation, show your backtracking work. And it's kind of like one of each kind. So, we went over examples of those, and this one is the dangerous one, right? So, be careful with that. All right. See you next time.